don't fucking care ever. No more.
You gotta stop with these negative thoughts in your head.
These what?
These negative thoughts in your head.
Dude, don't give me that fucking bullshit.
Bullshit what, bitch? I'll fuck you up. You're always mad? There's a reason why. Holy crap, are you gonna cry?
No, I was just thinking about
yeah, I know.
some shit. People love fucking, and now I'm not referring to you, but just in general, like, people love to fucking have a solution to something that they know nothing about.
Yeah.
Like, they love to give advice on situations that they literally know nothing about. And they're like, oh, dude, just like, I know you weren't doing this, but it's gonna feel like I'm calling you out.
I literally was doing it.
But, well, no, I don't think you were. I think you were just fucking joking. But it's like, people just fucking, they think like, oh, just be positive and like everything's fine. Like, they don't understand like that you need to actually do internal work. Like, they think just because you fucking think happy that like it's fine, and it's not. Like, you have to like unpack shit, and you have to work through it, and you have to deal, and you have to process.
That's why people explode, because they bottle that shit up and they're like, oh, just stay positive, and then they don't deal with any of their problems, and then one day they fucking lose their shit.
Right, yeah. Right, yeah. Yeah, and dude, it's funny too, because people love to fucking talk about how, like, I just see it, dude. I just see fucking, like, especially kids that are, like, significantly younger than us. Like, people in their fucking...
They haven't dealt with shit yet.
Right. Like, you know, they just think, like, oh, be positive. Like, and it's like, dude, you don't even pay your own rent yet. I don't, like, I'm definitely not gonna fucking take a suggestion from you.
I mean, that's the
like, you don't even understand the real pressures of life yet.
Yeah.
Like, you...
Wait.
It's just fucking annoying, dude. It's like...
Oh, I'm mad.
You should post this.
What?
You should post this.
Why?
It's pretty good content.
It's content.
I feel like it's gonna come out as like try-hardy.
You're just talking, then...
No,
I mean, you're just
like a real thing.
You're just being you talking.
Your channel has always been like, you know, pretty like real with what you're going through, and you just had like the hardest. He had like the hardest like 2 months right now. He skated like 3 times in like a very long time. All the footage that you see of him in his past videos, one of the main reasons he's not skating a lot is because he's just fucking living like he's having a rough time right now. So like the fact that you feel these things is very real.
Right. But I just fucking, dude, I just fucking hate the fucking whole toxic positivity thing. Like, you just can't wait for it to die. It's like all these kids that fucking grew up watching like Casey Neistat, and they think like, oh my God, no shade to Casey. I'm just saying this is like the type of person. They're like, oh my God, if I just think a certain way, like everything's gonna be okay. Like, bitch, I fucking read The Secret when I was 18, and it changed my fucking life too. But fucking like, faith without works is dead, you know? You can't just fucking like think your way into like some new way of being. You have to take action in order to get there. And like, that's the realest shit ever. You can't, they're fucking kissing in the background. Like, this is no good content. I'm only having a conversation with you. You're just recording me.
Yeah, this is fucking amazing content.
Yeah, but
can I have it? And I'm just gonna post this on my channel.
Yeah.
You're just speaking truth, bro.
Yeah, but it's just fucking...
I love that coin termed toxic positivity. Like, I heard that for the first... I literally heard that for the first time, like, 2 weeks ago, and the same day I went over to Dale's house, and he used that term. I was like, God, that's such a good term.
Yeah. Yeah, Claire and I were talking about it recently, too. And, like, it's such a fucking real thing, dude.
Yeah,
I just
feel better.
Yeah, they're like, just don't think about it. And I'm like, you're the same type of fucking person that, like, that literally drowns their issues in partying.
Yeah.
Like, which is what led me to the fucking place that it led me to initially.
Yeah.
Which is why my fucking brother is dead.
It's actually
you
like
know?
Super church with one less step. It's like having a super church where you just like give all your problems up to God, but you just skip that step and just give all your problems up. Like, oh, like, no.
Well, it's not taking responsibility or accountability for your actions whatsoever. It's just like, oh, just don't think about it. It's like, hey, dude, like, if you're fucking dealing with some shit and like, it's just not taking responsibility for the way that you feel. Like, you don't get to decide how you feel. Like, you just feel a certain way, but you do get to decide what actions you take. And that's how you change the way you feel, by taking actions. No, dude, you also see a lot of fucking like influencer YouTubers that like try to talk about like self-improvement and like self-help shit. Nobody fucking talks about that shit.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I took fucking cold showers for 30 days.
Yeah.
And it fucking
cured my depression.
Yeah, start working out.
Right, I'm like, dude, but like, what are you doing in the midst of fucking turmoil?
Yeah.
In the midst of the storm? Like, I don't want to fucking be here right now.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck to be here.
Yeah.
But I'm here because it's better than fucking the alternative of like sitting in my house and wallowing in my own shit.
Yeah, that is something that people don't talk about. Like, you can't, like, some people like can be positive through like some hard stuff like towards the end, but there's a point in time where you're gonna be in a situation where there's nothing you can do about it. You just feel like shit, you don't wanna fucking do anything, and like how to fight through that is like, sometimes it takes a long time. Like sometimes you really have to fucking put your nose to the grindstone for more than like a week or 2 weeks of like fasting or whatever the fuck you do. Like sometimes that shit takes like 6 months. Sometimes it takes even longer.
Right, and I'm not saying that all those fucking self-improving things aren't good for you, like working out, fasting, fucking whatever the fuck it is that you're doing.
I think they're all tools, but they're not.
No, they are.
fix-its.
They're not solutions.
Yeah.
Right. The solution is to deal with your shit.
Yeah.
That's what the solution is, and like that's what people don't fucking talk about because dealing with your shit sucks and it's uncomfortable. Like that's nobody wants to address that.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to fucking admit that like we live in a society that has a severe drug and alcohol problem, and we have this consumer driven society that's like, oh, get this and fill all these fucking holes that you have within yourself with these things. And then you'll fucking confront people out and be like, well, I'm not like that. It's like, dude, I can fucking spot it from a mile away.
Yeah.
You know why? Because it was me. And I feel like that was a lot, like, I feel like that was a lot of people.
I feel like it was like almost everyone.
Yeah, everyone at some point they're attached to some kind of fucking they're constantly looking for something to like make them feel better, whether it's fucking booze, money, fame, drugs. Like everyone's looking for like cars, women,
Or just
men,
convincing
or
themselves that
fucking
they're
just
positive.
partners in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's like that's a whole other fucking drug. Like just being convinced that you're positive, but like you're not. Like that fake woke shit. Like,
dude,
that shit
I
is so
fucking
toxic.
hate that shit. It's
Yeah.
like, what work have you done?
Yeah.
What real work are you doing on it?
I bought those crystals.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, exactly.
They recharge me.
Yeah, like, dude, get the fuck out of here with that shit. Like, I know that shit does, like, that shit is real for some people, and if that's what works for you, I'm no person to say that, like, oh, hey, like, that doesn't work, because whatever works for you is what works for you. You know what I
So
mean?
whatever you're saying right now, like the theme that you're on, I've seen someone say something that literally echoes what you're saying, and I can't remember what it's from, but they're literally just being like, yeah, life's really messy, and people don't want to, like, admit it. Like, it's, like, a really rough ride, and, like, people who, like, they'll like try to like paint overall like the but that's just like paint over like the bad times. You actually have to deal with them. Like
Right.
people don't want to like talk about, you actually have to like have really, really hard times that you feel like you can't get out of, and sometimes you actually can't get out of it.
Right, well, dude, and I mean, it's like, it's suffering.
Yeah.
Like, life is suffering, you know?
Yeah. Suffer the joy.
It's like, it's the same theme throughout all religions, which is like, why I just think fucking religion is dumb, because all it does is fucking, all it has become is this capitalist, consumer-driven fucking thing. Once again, egotistical. Like, look at me and look how spiritual I am. Like I want to know how you're fucking. Like, I want to hear you say the fucked up shit that you're thinking and feeling and not knowing how to deal with it. Like if you want to talk spiritual, that's some spiritual shit. Being willing to look yourself in the fucking eye and say like, oh, I'm a piece of shit, and like realize that like what you've done is wrong, and being able to like make fucking corrections.